This is the backside of Mount St. Helens. By backside, I mean the opposite side where the eruption blew out the side of it about 20 years ago. This is a little pullout that we pulled out to have breakfast. This road just dead ends up the road a ways to a trailhead that hikers use to hike around the mountain or climb the mountain. This stream is just snow melt coming off the mountain. If you like pure fresh water, this is the place to come. Anyway, I'm doing this video. I don't know if anybody will watch it or not. If not, I'll stop making them. But if you like it, or you think that you would like to follow us around on a few more trips, let me know in the comments, and we'll see if we can't take you along on a few places, because we go a lot of interesting places, and it'd be kind of nice to have a little more of a diary of it than what we have. There's another shot of Mount St. Helens.
These little purple bells are absolutely beautiful at the base of Mount St. Helens. They're just in clusters, growing up on the hillsides. It is so lovely here.
This next clip is an old abandoned farmhouse that we drove past. This is just out of the Dalles. I don't know, 10-15 miles out of the Dalles. The Dalles is about 80 miles east of Portland. Most people don't realize how many different climates we have. This is an old schoolhouse that they're restoring in Oregon. You know, they have thousands and thousands of acres of wheat fields, and this is kind of sub-desert area over here, so gets very little rain. I guess it's ideal for growing wheat. That's Mount Adams sticking up there in the back. This is quite a contrast to the mountains and the trees and the snow. That was Mount Hood. This is the Columbia River Gorge. It's a National Scenic Highway. Beautiful spot. If you ever get the opportunity, you want to make sure you come by and take a look at this. Absolutely gorgeous. Multnomah Falls is on this highway. We're a couple miles from it. Now there's Joyce and riding her scooter, so this is a great place to ride. Cars go pretty slow. This here's the Deschutes River going through the Warm Springs Indian Reservation. This is an ancient Indian fishery. They've been fishing here for thousands of years, so Chinook salmon, you know, is what comes with this river, plus a lot of trout, but the salmon is what they're after. They build these little platforms, and as the salmon work their way up the falls, they net them with a net on a long pole, and that's the way they get their salmon. They generally dry it or store it for the winter. What they don't use, they sell to the tourists and the locals around this area. This is a campground that we stopped at. It's an ATV park. And that means that all-terrain vehicles can go off-road and drive around the trails in this area. So we stop here to ride the scooters a little bit. There's paved roads and there's dirt roads. I think we're the only ones in the campground, though. Pretty isolated up here on the backside of Mount St. Helens. Joy's getting her chair out to read her book, I think. This is one of our favorite spots. This is Trillium Lake and Mount Hood in the background. That snow patch up there is Timberline Lodge, the Palmer Snow Glacier, and that's where the Olympics and the U.S. ski team practice. This is the only resort that has year-round skiing, so they can ski in the summer up there. This is an old growth fir that evidently got struck by lightning. It's kind of interesting. That tree there is probably 6 foot in diameter. Huge old tree. This is another shot of Mount Hood. We're lucky enough to be in the Northwest where we've got 5 of these monsters around us within an hour or two. We got Mount Rainier, we got Mount Adams, Mount Hood, Mount St. Helens, and Mount Jefferson. They're all pretty good sized mountains. and they're actually bigger than what they sound because most of them come from almost sea level. I think Mount Hood is 11,000 feet plus. But anyway, it's a big mountain. You realize it when you start driving around it or start walking into the forest. Right now we're probably 10 miles as crow flies away from the mountain itself. We're lucky enough to have this view out of our living room window. We watch Mount Hood year round. Once the snow falls in the fall, this mountain just turns white as snow, and it's just like a big torch in the horizon. Absolutely gorgeous mountain. We are always looking for an adventure. We're not really campers, we're kind of adventurers. That's why we've got the van versus the big motorhome or the trailers or the fifth wheel. We used to have a big motorhome, but it set more than we used it, and you know, we're not campground campers. I'm kind of off the beaten path type of guy. I try to find a road or a gravel road to some little lake or some obscure spot. You know, if you travel 15-20 miles on gravel road, you eliminate a lot of your competition for camp spots. This is a van. We're putting the top up, planning on spending the night. So anyway, if you like these videos and you want to see more of the beautiful Northwest or even British Columbia, give me a comment. See ya.